The bachelor program in International Service Industry Management is a 4-year full-time bilingual program and has a graduation requirement of 128 credits. Start by talking about the term service industry. You will be familiar with the word service, and you may associate this with a particular good or bad service you may have experienced, let's say in a restaurant or a hotel. Equally, you will be familiar with the word industry, and by hearing this you may think of a factory or a car manufacturing plant. But you probably never heard these two words together, service industry. So, what does it mean? The term is actually a bit misleading because the service industry is not really an industry like, for example, the car industry where everything is about cars, or the pharmaceutical industry where everything is about drugs, medicine and vaccines. To understand the service industry, also often referred to as the tertiary sector, we have to take a brief look at history. In the pre-industrial society, most people worked in the primary sector. Living in large families, they worked the land, built their own houses, and produced everything they needed to survive by themselves with raw muscle power. With increasing industrialization and the introduction of machines, our society changed and people worked increasingly in manufacturing and mass production, called the secondary sector. With further industrialization, the post-industrial society was born, where people used their artistic, creative and intellectual skills in order to plan, organize, refine and distribute raw materials and goods from the primary and secondary sectors, and this is called the tertiary sector or service sector. This is what the service industry is all about. If we look at the numbers, then we realize that in Taiwan, a highly developed country, the service sector accounts for almost 80% of businesses. 60% of the workforce are engaged in the service sector, and the service sector accounts for 53% of the gross value of production. From an international perspective, we see that in highly developed countries, like in the US or in EU countries, the percentage of people working in the primary and secondary sectors has gradually decreased, and the majority of people now work in the service sector. In contrast, in other parts of the world, for example India, agriculture is still the main economic activity, and the service sector there accounts for only 30% of the workforce. Let's remind ourselves, international service industry management is a management function. It always has the customer or consumer in mind, or even present and adding to the value creation process. And it is a service to and within a range of other industries. So the service industry is actually a service in many industries, not only accommodation and food sector, but many others: retail, IT, real estate, education, health, arts, to name just a few. So it is certainly a field that holds many interesting career choices for you. So how can we prepare our students for a job in the service industry? Let's look at our program highlights. We have a management core curriculum of 28 credits. This gives you a good foundation in management, marketing, economics, accounting, statistics, human resources, corporate social responsibility, and research methods. Another important component is the language block with 14 credits. Here you can boost your Mandarin or business English skills while learning a second foreign language. We then have a choice of 2 minors. Option 1 in International Hospitality and Tourism Management with 21 credits, where you can learn, amongst others, about hospitality and tourism management, food and event management, entrepreneurship, consumer behavior, strategic leadership and project management. Or you take option 2, NGO and long-term care, with 22 credits, where our public health school offers a range of interesting courses. Last but not least, we have a compulsory 1-year internship worth 18 credits. This together with your university compulsory courses of 33 credits, human etiquette for 4 credits, and media and IT for 10 credits, provides you with the 128 credits required for graduation. What can you get out of our program? In our program, we collaborate with local and international industry partners to prepare students to be employable. We provide an international environment with a good language component. We provide you with opportunities to study abroad and to get a 1-year real-life experience in an assisted internship, all under the core TCU values of integrity, honesty, sincerity, and faith, which are paramount characteristics for a manager who can take on current and future challenges like global warming, climate change, resource depletion, population growth, inequality, and corruption. If you want to find out more, website or get in touch with us.